To start us off today, I'm going to pick up a few more phone numbers, and after that I'll go back to fighting trainers. This place you may remember as the entrance to the maze at the Lake of Rage. This is where Price is going to be hanging out every day from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And as of this recording, it's 9:50 a.m., so now's a very good moment to do so. So, yeah, rematches will take place on Monday mornings, as he's telling us. So, now, there's another phone number that I like to grab before heading back to Route 11, and for that, we're going to go all the way to Olivine. No, don't worry, it's not Jasmine's number. I know I already have it, but there's another number that becomes available, but only on Fridays. Doesn't matter at which time. Friday, all day, it works. So, for that, you actually have to go through this guy here. And, hey, look, it's Sabrina! So, now I guess I'm about to score or something? I don't know. I don't have any witty jokes to make about that, but anyway, by my count, we have 6 phone numbers right now. We got Whitney, Morty, Jasmine, Chuck, Price, and now Sabrina on Sundays around noon. So that's when the rematches will take place. So, you know what? Since I'm in Johto, I'm going to show you guys the magnet train. I'm only going to do it once, though, because the Indigo Plateau is a lot faster than flying to Goldenrod, then taking the magnet train, then flying to wherever you need to go. Because with that method, you only need to fly twice, and now this is the radio tower. This is the building for the magnet train. But, yeah, here you actually have to fly twice and take the magnet train, which is a bit more time-consuming. So, okay, now we got the automatic ticket check, which I believe was done manually in Gold, Silver, Crystal, but, oh hey, they're getting more fancy-schmancy with the remakes, and that's to be expected, I guess. Now, this is why this takes so long if you want to take the magnet train. You have to sit through this little cutscene. It was a lot faster in Gold, Silver, Crystal. You just saw what we're about to see in just a second. Yeah, you just had to sit through this instead of having to see the magnet train arrive and depart and then everything. But anyway, now we're back in Kanto, so I guess my job is done. I already showed you the magnet train, so now I'm going to head back to Route 11 to fight the trainers that remain there. And while we do that, they've been quite busy with the Global Link lately, lots of promotions lately. First, for my European viewers, you can now have the Blastoise Sea Gear skin over there. The password is exactly what I said it would be. I'm too lazy to go back and find which part I said it in, though one of you crazies might actually do that and then tell me, hey, you said that in this or that video. You know, that takes a lot of dedication, but then again, nothing surprises me anymore with you guys. There are a few things that I'm saying this LP that I actually said almost word for word in my Crystal LP. Get out of the way, Gengar! But, yeah, it amazes me every time when people say that as if they're keeping track of everything I say. But, yeah, the password, as I said it would be, is EUPGL in all caps 112011 for the Blastoise Sea Gear skin. And while I'm on the subject, the Fall Deerling skin is now available for anyone with the international games, whether it's North America, Australia, or Europe, whatever. You can get this Sea Gear skin now, and the password, as with the other Deerling ones, it's actually a real password, so I'm going to put it in the movie description instead, since it's just a random string of characters. Now, there was also something else. I'm drawing a blank here. We had the Blastoise thing, the Deerling one, Blastoise, Deerling, and, you know I know it. I just had to make that joke just this once. There's also you're also going to be able to get a Crobat from the Global Link, which has the Dream World ability of a Poison Touch, which adds a 20% chance to poison to any contact attack. This goes on top of any hacks that you might already have with said attack, but nonetheless, it's soundly outclassed by Dry Skin, so I'm not going to blame you if you pass up on it. And the password for this one is IGN Rugged Mountain. Now, they've had this promotion in Japan several months ago, and we're only having it now because, as you're probably noticing from the password, it has to do with the Rugged Mountain. That is because we're going to be able to find Poison Touch Crogunks in the Rugged Mountain. As I said, not that you'd really want to hunt down one since Dry Skin is so much better. But I digress. There are also a few other Pokemon that have been revealed for the Rugged Mountain alongside the previously announced Larvitar and now Croagunk. I don't remember them all. I know there's Torkoal and Mankey and stuff, but there are two that caught my attention. First, there's going to be Contrary Spinda. That's right. Contrary is finally going to be making its debut in the metagame. Unfortunately, it's not exactly superior, but either way, the thing about Spinda is that Contrary normally would be quite useless on it since it has no offensive moves that have stat downs, like, for example, Leaf Storm on Superior, which is why they're throwing in Superpower for free. So now Spinda is going to have a 120 power fighting move that boosts both attack and defense by 1 level. Now, once again, it doesn't even compare to Leaf Storm Superior, since it has no stab, less power, and a defense boost that would be less useful than a second attack boost. So, what this means is that basically, Spinda, it used to be bottom tier gutter trash, but now, well, I wouldn't say it's going to move up that much. It's still going to stay very comfortably never used, but at least it's got something that allows it to stand out from the crowd, even though its stats are still absolutely horrendous. It's better than stuff like Love This can claim, for example. And there's another Pokemon that's been revealed so far that caught my attention. Once again, it's not gonna be a powerhouse just because of what it's getting now. But I'm talking about a Water Absorb Cacturn here. Now it already has Sand Veil, which can be pretty useful. But Water Absorb, I gotta say, healing when you switch in on any water attack move. I honestly very much like this kind of abilities, which is part of the reason why I'm still using Lapras at this point of the game instead of resorting to something like Suicune or Latios. But either way, a pretty cool gain for Cacturn, so if for some reason you want to use one, now there are 2 viable abilities instead of just one. Okay, I think I'm done talking about the Rugged Mountain for now, especially since we don't know the full list of what we're going to be able to find there. Now there's something that I want to talk about that I quite frankly have no idea how you guys do it, but sometimes when I get comments from you, sometimes it said that it's a comment from the playlist More Videos from Slowflake. Now, the thing that I don't understand is that I have no playlist that's called that, and I don't think anyone else does, for that matter. So, I'm just wondering, how the hell do you guys do it, since there's no playlist called that? And for that matter, how do you even leave a comment from a playlist? That's just... I honestly don't get it unless this is a glitch in the system and you can actually leave comments while, watching my videos on my playlists, and for some reason, all playlists, when using that function, are called More Videos from insert username here, but I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea how you guys do it, so if anyone has a clue, please tell me, because I'm very curious to see just how this is done. And it's not like this happens like once a week or so. It happens on a pretty regular basis, actually. So, yeah, very curious. If any of you know, please let me know, because I'm just baffled by that. And speaking of comments, this reminds me that, well, this is a coincidence because I just went and picked up a few gym leader phone numbers earlier on in this video. One of you guys told me about everything you had to do to get Blue's phone number, and you really got to go through hoops to get that one. I think you have to go to Daisy's house 5 times to get a Pokemon massaged, and after that, if you show her a Pokemon at full happiness, you're gonna get Blue's number. And this is easily the most, well, I wouldn't say far-flung since it's right at Pallet Town, but still quite the guy dang it, I think. But either way, what I'm trying to get at here is that, unlike what you may think, you can't get all the gym leaders' phone numbers as soon as you've defeated them. Well, for Johto, it's obvious you can only get them in the post-game, but this goes mostly for Kanto, and even there are a few phone numbers from Johto gym leaders that I can't get right now. I believe I already mentioned Claire in a previous video. For that, you actually have to defeat her in the double battle with Silver against her and Lance, and after that, she is going to give you her phone number. There are a few others that have special restrictions like that. For example, for Faulkner, I believe you have to have beaten Janine. I ran some tests to see if I could get Faulkner's number now, and apparently I can't. So the reason why I'm saying that is because he appears with Janine when you're supposed to get his phone number, so I'm assuming that you have to beat Janine first. And there is also, well, Bugsy is all the way out in Viridian Forest, so I can't really do much right now about that. Of course, since I can't go there just yet. There is also, oh yeah, Misty and Surge. They are both hanging out in areas where legendaries can potentially be. For example, Suicune is right where Misty is willing to give you her phone number, so you gotta catch Suicune first. And speaking of phone numbers, I think this is actually the first trainer in Kanto that's actually giving me his phone number. After all the time we've already spent here, this is actually the first one. I was sort of wondering when I would start getting those phone numbers, ironically enough. But yeah, you need to have caught Suicune or defeated it, whatever, in order for Misty to give you her phone number. Same thing with Lieutenant Surge, who's hanging out over at the power plant. But Zapdos is going to be there once you've beaten Blue, so you actually have to have beaten Blue and caught or defeated Zapdos in order for Lieutenant Surge to even appear there. So this is why, if you're wondering, why aren't you going to get this or that phone number? It's because, well, I don't want to make it destructive to the general flow of this LP, as seems like my Lapras is gonna fall asleep. I don't really care. I'm gonna use my free switch once that Quagsire is dead, and I usually go back and heal my Pokemon between parts anyway, so you don't need to see me go back to the Pokemon Center constantly, so it doesn't really matter either way. So yeah, this is why I'm not really going out of my way to get those phone numbers, because for most of those that I can't, that I guess I could get right now, I actually can't because there are other criteria than just defeating the gym leader. But don't worry, I will get everything done eventually. I'm going to show you all the rematches the same way I showed them all to you in Platinum, so don't panic. I am known for being extremely thorough, though I guess so you can make a case for me not being that thorough, since I don't cover things that would require cheats for me to do, such as, for example, the event with the Soul Dew and Latios that I mentioned. I think it was in the last video or the one before that. But either way, I think I'm done for today now, so next time I'm going to continue heading down Route 12 and fighting more trainers in the Silence Bridge area.